What's your opinion on Jim Garrison and how?
I thought he was very charismatic. I thought he was I was in awe of him. I really was. I was excited to be right there where news was being made.
Where he took the case, though, Jimmy, where?
That's interesting because, it's like the thing was still wide open, see, fresh after the 63. The polls said, each year the number of people that didn't believe the Warren Commission kept growing. Every year it seemed like polls showed that even more people didn't believe it. So obviously it wasn't going away. And there were people who would speculate that the mob did it. There were people that would speculate that the government did it. There were people that would speculate that the rich oil men, the Texas oil men who didn't want to lose the depletion allowance, that they did it. People that would speculate that the military industrialists that were going to lose if he pulled out of Vietnam, that they did it. There were all kinds of wild theories. And so here's this district attorney of New Orleans who's a lot of his friends and associates seem to have links to organized crime, and he comes out in a way that says organized crime didn't do it, it was the CIA, it was the government that did it. And here's Clay Shaw with his links to American intelligence and all this kind of stuff. So I mean, later on it seemed almost as if maybe he was, if you're talking about the direction he was taking it, like maybe that was his whole purpose, was to jump in there and say the government did it, to sort of really further muddle the waters, as it were. But I remember once in the hotel room, we were this same night that the Dixie beer thing happened. We're all pleasantly sitting around. I mean, it's him and my mother, my dad, myself, and his son jumping on the bed. And Mother looks at him and says, "Is Bobby Kennedy financing your investigation?" And he was kind of shocked and quiet for a minute, and then he said, I won't say.
What made her do that? What made her think of that?
Well, the thing is that he was being financed from some private source, because they wouldn't have let him use taxpayers' expense for this endeavor. And it was always open thing that there was some private benefactor that was funding him. But it was anonymous. But she just, I don't know, it was just sort of, she says things for dramatic effect at times, but it was stunning how he kind of was taken aback by that.